Hey, everybody, this is Perch. So I have a bunch of I don't know. So who did this is my, is my answer. Whenever I get a bunch of emails that are about the same, asking the same question, then somewhere somebody has posted something, done something. Like it didn't just organically come out of the woodwork. Somebody did something, and now I'm getting questions about it. And I'm always I people don't give their source, which is fine. But I'm always kind of curious, like what precipitated this? What did? So the question is this. I'll read two of these emails to you. There's six. Um, hey Perch, with the failure of Snow White at the box office, is woke dead? A lot of film studios are realizing that films that promote the message. Okay, I think I just got a clue. Films that promote the message are box office failures, and not willing to go out of business, we're seeing them change their ways. Do you think we're going to see a similar action for comics? And here's another mail. Dear Perch Perchington, is woke dead? So, isn't that the exact same sentence? Is woke dead? Woke products, comics, music. What is woke music exactly? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna go in a different direction for a minute. What is woke music? Like, does Taylor Swift have a song where she's like, lesbians, they're the best? Is that song out there? Like, what what is woke music? Is there like, I'm honestly curious. Like, what is a woke song? Yeah. The Cure comes out and it's like, we've replaced Robert Smith with a black lesbian who's also handicapped, and she, they, them will be singing, you know, Friday I'm in love. I like what I don't know. I'm looking at this whole thing wrong. I'm sure. All right, let's see. Woke music, movie, comedy. Okay. Um, have we seen the end of this experiment? And is a golden new era of comic books on the way? All right. And there's more along this topic. So basically, the question is, if I was using like Apple Intelligence to summarize all these different notifications, it would be, have we seen an end to woke? And the impetus for this appears to be Snow White's failure in the box office. Um, look, the person who kills woke is you, the consumer, the person listening to this right now. You're the one who kills woke, but the way you kill it is going to be like, it's going to be a little weird. Okay, this is the way you kill it. You don't buy it. You don't let it into your house. You stop thinking about it, and it disappears from existence. Right now, if I asked you, many of you could not name, all of the countries in Africa. I'll bet you can't. Now, this is going to be a little weird, and somebody will misinterpret this to claim I'm racist, but we'll do it. If you don't know a country exists, right? So let's picture one of the countries like kind of in the middle of Africa. Okay. You have no idea what that country is named. You don't know what it looks like. You don't know, is it desert, trees, mountains, lakes? Are there people in it? What kind of people? Who knows? I think I could tell you pretty much anything about it. I could tell you that there's a country in the middle of Africa called Nubabia, and it has cannibals in it, and it's a mountainous region with minor trade, mostly poor, investment from the UK and the EU, but, by and large, an underdeveloped country. Many of you would be like, yeah, I mean, maybe, sure, okay, checks out. Why not? None of it's true. I made that up. Literally, I was looking at signs on the road and was picking words out from things I was reading, but sounded good. Maybe. I don't know. Probably sound a little racist. I don't know. My point, though, is you don't think about those places. So therefore, do they matter to your life? Well, as rough as humanly possible, I guess I would say this. Do you need to think about, if you despise woke, do you need to think about woke comics? Cut them out of your life. That's how you kill woke. You can't kill it by watching YouTube videos. You can't kill it by posting mean things to Twitter or memes. That might be funny, and if that's your entertainment, that's fine. But that doesn't do a thing in the grand scheme of things. The thing that works really, really effectively, like 100% of the time, is Stop thinking about it. Stop buying it. Stop giving it your money. It goes away. Poof. It's amazing. Amazing how fast that will happen. What you have to get over is the fact that somewhere out of your, point of view, out of your horizon, this stuff will still be being printed, maybe, but you're not giving it any money, so why do you care? Yes, I'm aware that you grew up with Spider-Man or Batman or Superman, and it hurts to have those characters go to shit, for sure. But, you know, uh, you gotta let go of it. You gotta let go, man. You just gotta, because it's not doing you any good holding on. Um, going back to Snow White for a second, no, no, it's the Snow White's irrelevant. Look, no matter what anybody tells you, Disney, pro woke, anti woke, the producer, advertisers, theater owners, I don't know, whatever anybody tells you, nobody expected Snow White to do that well. It just wasn't gonna. I'm sorry, like there becomes a common sense element to this. The vast majority of Disney live action remakes have bombed. Okay, they have. They are, or at least they just haven't made money. This film was made, it was delayed, it had a bunch of vague social media negative buzz to it. It had some reshoots, sorta, maybe. It had absolutely horrific CGI in it. It wasn't like it. Regardless, like, who is surprised this movie didn't do well? Nobody. Nobody with any intelligence, and it was dead on arrival long before long before the star Rachel Ziegler. Thank you. I need to just put all this stuff into AI and have it read it to you. It'll do it with, better pronunciation than I do. Rachel Ziegler, long before she stood in front of the camera, goes, "The prince saved a girl. Weird, or whatever the fuck she said. This film was dead. It was gonna be dead. It was always going to be dead. It does that mean that its lack of success is going to eliminate all the woke? I mean, come on, don't be a fool. I mean, or unless you like being a sucker. I've seen a lot. I've seen, and from the males, a lot of people are celebrating it's Snow White's quote unquote demise. Now the reality is they'll shove it onto planes and they'll put it on Disney Plus, and it will become another movie in kind of the library of vague, garbagey bullshit that will sit there and be part of their content library, and that's the value it has. But if you think this is the end of what the message, I mean, come on. First of all, filmmakers are going to film make. It's still going to be the same kind of shit. And second, I mean, who the people who complain about this stuff the whole time are the ones who want the message to disappear the least. Like, literally, that's their revenue stream. Trust me, it'll be back. It'll be back. You can't have a anyway. This, to me, all of it's absurd. No, comic books are going to continue to be what they'll be. Okay, I feel very confident saying over the next 5 years, Spider-Man is going to continue to be written like shit, because for whatever reason we've entered into a weird stalemate where editorials like, we probably could have had some good ideas for getting Peter Parker and Mary Jane back together, but the fact that fans keep harping on this means over our dead body. Like, we will murder and rape the corpse long before we give the fans what they want, because fuck them, they don't get to tell us what to do. That's where Spider-Man's at. They will drag that thing into the ground. If this stuff's still gonna get produced this way, there's not, like, I don't know, like, does somebody have a fantasy that a bunch of film executives are sitting around going, you know what, guys? Hate to say it, but these YouTubers were correct. We need to turn the corner. I'm sorry. You remember those? Who were like, guys? We're bringing in McKinsey, the consultant, and they're going to show us a bunch of commercials for the '80s. The first one is a Budweiser commercial where guys drive into the desert and they pour beer on the ground, like naked ladies come out of it and they have a pool party. Like that, we're all gonna learn from this. So everybody get strapped in. We're gonna watch some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and there's some Chuck Norris, some the Bronson movies gonna come out. We're gonna watch that, and then we're going to we're gonna listen to some Van Halen, and we're all getting like look. Remember when Top Gun Maverick came out? Was it Top Gun? Was that the sequel's called Maverick? The Top Gun 2. Remember when Top Gun 2 came out? And people were like, holy shit, it made a ton of money. It's the death of woke, because now, Tom Cruise made money with a Top Gun nostalgia remake, and it was good. And so people now know how good movies are. So woke is dead. Everybody will learn. And then sure enough, right after, it's like, hey, this Batgirl project sucks. No wife's a bitch. I mean, this stuff isn't going anywhere because it's just too entertaining and too fun to have this dynamic right now in our society. But I go back to the old comment. If you want to kill off woke, if that's your goal, then you got to rid it from your life. You've got to stop buying it, stop spending money, stop consuming it, stop looking into it. Yes, stop watching the YouTube videos talking about woke. Like, you got to just eliminate it from something you think about. Right now, at this very moment, as you're listening to my voice, there is a guy in Cleveland, Ohio, and that guy is building a miniature roller coaster in his backyard. He's actually gone to Home Depot. It's an amazing feat. He's been filming it for YouTube, and he's building an actual roller coaster in his backyard, and he's doing it out of household items from Home Depot. You can build it, we can help. That's what's going on right now in Cleveland, Ohio. You didn't know this because you don't think about that guy or his roller coaster, anything he's doing. You've never thought about him before. So he's invisible to you. All of it is invisible to you. You don't spend it any time whatsoever, which is good because he does not exist. There is no guy in Cleveland. He's not building a roller coaster. Or maybe there is. I don't know. But I just made all that shit up. And that's how you have to get to with a lot of comic books and things that drive you crazy. In this comic book, Spider-Man meets a villain who uses pronouns. Oh, that's nice, except I didn't read that comic. I don't have plans to read that comic. I'm not buying that comic. So, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. That is the victory point. I'm telling you, that is the win. Wow, Snow White, this movie totally turned the patriarchy on its head because the princess saved herself with the help of the CGI dwarves, and she remembered the names of the soldiers, and this is a big plot point, apparently, and sounds really great, but I didn't watch it, spend money on it, or even think about it, so therefore, she is invisible. She has as much relevance as the fictional country in Africa and the mystery guy in Cleveland. So, I don't care. Woke is dead. What's funny is there will be a big handful of people who just I have lost them. They will not get the analogy in this video at all. And God help us if one of these bozos decides to live stream and comment on it in real time because they also don't understand it. But this is not a hard concept. If you truly want it dead, it starts with you. Thanks for listening.